Good morning, everybody. My name is Cy, and we're here on Draconics Inc. We are going to be back for day number 7 of Space Engineers 2, doing the storyline in survival mode, trying to continue to progress everything along. We're about to get started here in just a moment. I'm just sending out a couple messages so that those who might be interested in knowing that we're going live will know. When we last left off, we had just, in a very covert way, defeated a dropship at a rebel base where we were able to steal the dropship. Um, we defeated the. It required us to take out either the reactor or the weapons, and we were able to sneak inside of it and take out the reactor. Um, and I am going to be administratively turning its ownership over to my character as well as the base because we succeeded in taking all of it. I don't think we're going to stay here, but I do need to go pick up my little ship that we brought over here. We'll be getting logged into the game here in just a moment. Like I said, I don't know that putting out the social media messages has actually done anything to help, but I don't feel like it's necessarily hurting either. So I am taking the time to do them just on the off chance. I do apologize for being a late hour late getting started here, but medically I just was not able to be here at 10. I may end up changing my schedule permanently from 10 to 2 to 11 to 3 just because it seems like ever since they've updated the one medical process I have to do every day, I just getting transitioned from doing that process over to actually coming to stream has just not been working out real well. So this should be the last stream where the audio is kind of goobered up. At least I'm hoping that it is. Let's go into our load here, pick up our storyline stream, and let's do this thing. So hopefully Friday has started off well for all of you. I have been, it's been a rough week. I've been dealing with the medical issues. I had some complications with some procedures that had to be done in the doctor's office both Monday and Thursday of last week. And okay, the sound is kicking in the way that it should. Good. All right, so let's step into our administrative menu. Yes, we know that it's going to be flagged. Uh, there is a search button, so let's. Well, I clicked on it, but it did not open up the... Let's go down here near the bottom. Renegade dropship. So we're going to click on this spec. Oh, no, I don't want to click on that spectate moment. I find it a little weird that it's blinking the way that it is. We may do a little bit of grid cleanup here real quick too. This should be it. So I'm going to do that. We're going to escape. We're going to go into our tab, controls panel. That did not work. So we're going to go back into here. Renegade dropship. Okay, let's do a little cleanup real quick. Let's see if we can't. I saw a bunch of debris back up here at the top. Let's see if... Ooh, okay. Let's do... I don't think we need camera. Remember how we were talking about the game running kind of glitchy the other day? This is what I'm talking about. Like, it's just not... Floating objects. Uh, I don't think their definition of floating object and my definition are the same thing. Though I have... I think our ship up in space has been destroyed. Uh, I cannot seem to get this thing to... I can't seem to get this thing to. Why does it keep deselecting everything? If anybody happens to have any knowledge on why this is acting the way that it is, I mean, we need to clean up some of these grids, but if I can't select them to. I don't want to think we're going to have to restart, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think our ship up in space has either been destroyed. It's claiming these are all floating objects. I don't know. It's like the list is like continuously updating. Let's try this. Nope, that's not working either. Okay. I would have thought that there was a trash removal. I mean, it's on, but I don't have the ability to just execute it right now. they're not. It's not. I really don't want to think that we're gonna have to restart. All right, let's just take the floating objects as a loss because like I said, I think our ship up in space may have been destroyed, but let's try. Okay, so it doesn't seem like we're hiccuping like we were. Let's see if that fixes the. Oh, there's the ship. Okay, we were able to turn it over to R. I have a bad feeling I just bugged myself. Yep. Uh, okay. So we need to exit the menu. Not going to worry about saving it because we're getting ready to go backwards in the save list. Streamline save. Advanced settings. Load the backup. Yes. I don't know what's going on, folks. Okay, be control 12. Is it? Yep, it's hiccuping. So we go to the floating objects, go all the way down to the bottom, destroy all floating objects, destroy all moving floating objects, and then go back to entity. Yep, it has stopped. Now we find the Renegade dropship, set it to the PC, and then let's check it. Control panel, Renegade. Yep, owned by us. Okay. Nice. Okay. Let's go get our other ship. I'm assuming. Need to do some. I think I figured out what the slamming into the grid issue was the other day. Need to check on that later. Okay. Now, oh, that was the wrong way. Interesting. At full. At full. Yeah, I imagine that didn't feel good. I completely forgot that I cut that panel out to sneak on board. All right. All of its battery modules are still here. I feel like it would be faster. It would definitely be faster if we had a grinding ship out here. I don't know that leaving the facility is necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, let's just grab the ship and go. All right. All right, so we're off and away. Let's let's not crash. There we go. There's some lights. Not gonna lie, kinda hate flying at night in this game. Are we moving at all? We are not. That would have been enough to kill me. All right. Let's not park above the thrusters. That would be bad. All right. Back to base. Or back to Valis, I guess. We're going to have to isolate those front engines. See if there's a way for me to see them. Right back. I'm back, folks. So sorry about that. It was a business call that could not be avoided. All right, why am I? Okay, so we've got that parked. It's turned off. All right. So now we need to go take on this rebel base, and I don't know if I want to take the dropship and actually use the guns on it. I don't even know if the guns actually have ammo in them. Let's find out. The guns don't even actually have ammo in them, so no, taking the dropship doesn't make any sense. Might as well save the hydrogen for the return to space. Okay, so uh we will take. I know this ship is super full right now. As it is, I need to take. Well, no, we're still holding on to some ice. Have I still got ice in this ship? I do. Oh, shush. I don't know that that will necessarily be enough to top the hydrogen tanks back off, but I don't know. Let's see how much we used. How did we not use any hydrogen? We flew 40 kilometers and there was no ice in the system. How did we not use any hydrogen? Or did we literally. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Um, have I done a bad thing by capturing the NPC grid? Because I'm not trying to cheat. Like, I don't mind doing the work to keep this thing in the air. By the same token, let's do this. Control panel. Let's just group the thrusters together. Come back to the control panel and grab that thruster group. That is what I'm wondering, is if somehow, did I not? That was odd. Toggle enabled. Okay, so let's go into the control panel, click on the tank. They're receiving no input, but they're giving no current output's 54. Okay, is there a known bug? Because I've run out of hydrogen in the smaller ship. Okay. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to grind this one down and re-weld it back in, even though we successfully captured it. Which also puts me back on the do we need a base down here somewhere, because we've only got a couple of quests left with Valis Reach that I can tell. Ooh, goodness. Did I literally manage to land? No, I didn't. Oh, I see. I got the dang connectors really freaking close. Oh, thank God that we were inside the safe zone, because being crushed down like that was not what I wanted. Alright, so we may have to consider. At least I took a blueprint of it before we captured it, so we have a complete blueprint if we need to do the rebuild. And I have the tool. I have the great big tool. All right. Look at the meteor shower. Oh my God. Wow. That was something to watch. That was pretty freaking spectacular. Okay. All right, folks. So now that we have I feel like a base is inevitable. It's either a base or it's building. I mean, because I did. Let me go outside of the zone here to show this blueprint. I don't even know that I doubt that we have all the components, even if I ground down everything that we have. Build blueprints. And this thing is huge. Ooh, making the game think. Ooh, making the game stall. Did I just crash it? All right. Let's back up a little bit because I gotta. No. Okay. Uh, Let me go. Got to go through all of that all over again. I'm assuming it is not in contact with anything. It's taking a moment to figure itself out. Did I just crash it? There's that one little string of blocks to tether it to the ground. That's hilarious. All right, so let's. So there's a place inside to park a couple of grids. Some storages. I do not know if the storages are piped. I doubt that they are. No, they're not. Locker rooms. I'm not even entirely sure what this room is. Unless it's a, I guess that could be some sort of hatch. I mean, it is entirely more than one person needs. It's a bloody capital ship. I mean, there's only two guns on either side. I don't really feel like that is very good. I love the detail. Don't get me wrong, it's gorgeous. Maybe once we can have multiplayer and we could get a crew of people together, that would be kind of cool. Is that a detachable dropship? No. I think that's the actual bridge. That is a straight up airlock. Yep. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be. Let's hit Control Z to make it go away. Undo. Whew, it was making everything glitchy. All right, so we're going to have to build something of a base in order to siphon the hydrogen that's on it off. I'm going to take my hands off the controller and we're going to talk a little bit while we're sitting here. I guess I should probably hop in a cockpit. That whole like not dying from lack of energy and all that. Yeah. I'm gonna. I have my lunch arrived while I was on that phone call, and so we're gonna talk for a moment, try to kind of get a game plan together here because, truthfully, I'm at a loss. Like, I captured the ship fair and square. There's no. I don't think there's anybody arguing that point. Anybody who was here for last stream knows that like I stealthily found a way inside without getting shot all to pieces. Destroyed a box that Got some weird ass uh, activity going on the batteries. Uh, but in taking possession, I went in and administratively turned it over to me because I felt like I had done the work, and there's just not a mechanic in the game for collecting the spoils of war, short of just grinding them down. I mean, the ship we have up in space is proof positive of what we went through with that. Uh, but grinding down that dropship for a rebuild, we're gonna have to have a large fuel tank to put the hydrogen in, or multiple of the mediums or smallers or whatever. And then just the sheer amount of materials, because I'm pretty sure it's more than what the grind ship can hold at any one moment in time. So I'm part of me is like, okay, congratulations on the kill. You have the blueprint for later, but like just delete the ship because it's cheaty at the moment. We can burn hydrogen for forever and never cost anything. I mean, short of grinding up boxes of ice along the way and just shooting them with a gun to destroy them, I don't know of a proper way to deal with that. For those of you who are kind of late getting here, I had to go into the trash and entities manager as an admin and clean up some stuff in order to get rid of the glitchiness. Somewhere a facility got trashed, I'm guessing, because like there were welders that were floating and pieces and books and whatnot that were all in the floating entities list. So I would love your input as to how we should proceed from here. Do we just continue to do the missions and move on with what we have? Do we stop and rebuild? Do we build a small base and leave it behind? Ooh, did not mean to do that. I'm getting a weird message from my stream software, so I'm checking out what's going on real quick. Having a bitrate issue apparently. Anybody who's watching from the Twitch side of things, can you tell me if it's coming in good or if it's being glitchy? So Maz is saying we should do a mobile base and that everything looks good on his end. That is awesome. All right. Anybody else that wants to put in any input, YouTube or Kick, either one, like feel free to speak up. This is your chance to kind of be part of where this save goes. I feel like if we're going to design a mobile base, I basically ought to make like a small carrier just because we have different ships for different purposes. For everybody that's just joining, we're kind of debating what direction we're going to move in next. we have run into an issue with a ship that we captured where it's glitching and not expending hydrogen, causing us to have to kind of step back and take a look at things for a little bit, or not a little bit, but eating my lunch real quick while we're talking about it, and then we're gonna get back to it. I'm not. I have no I have no issue with the mobile base idea. I agree that that's. I think that's a highly probable idea. Um, it will definitely push my ship building skills. Wow. Apparently, talking is not my forte today. Um, but that will also slow down quest progression for a little bit because I think at that point we are definitely going to be doing some material gathering and grinding down some of the like unknown signals in the area and whatnot. I don't see a problem with that. I just making sure everybody's cool with the stream being filled with that for a little bit. Is the audio any better today? I mean, the new mic has not arrived yet. It should be here sometime today. But I've been continuing to toy around with the settings, trying to figure out what in the world's wrong with this headset. And it may be nothing more than it's a headset, which is great for gaming and not for streaming. All right. So over on Twitch, it looks like the audio is good. All right. All right. Let us. I got half of a sandwich real quick, and then I'm gonna let the rest of my lunch cool off because it is burning my mouth. It's so hot. Ooh, had a lump of food that did not want to go down. All right. So, all right, we're gonna do portable base. I'm thinking maybe. Hmm. We'll just do 3 parking pads. One for the welder grinder, one for the 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 miner, which thinking about it, we may need to. I don't think I built that miner. I think that was a blueprint that we filled in. Um, might need to make a ion version of that. Hmm. As much as I don't want to become too hydrogen dependent, if everything that we had was either a combination of 2 thruster types or hydrogen, we would be better off. All right. that took care of that. I'm trying to get my schedule changed around where when I come on here to stream, that is the only thing I have to worry about doing. And to be fair, it is taking not only a few days of getting other people on board, but getting myself on board too, because I'm the goober that made the decision to set up my stream right over the lunch hour. But let's go out here and play with. Ooh, what did I do? Oh, I think right over here is probably our best place to build this. I kind of feel like we're going to have to build this in chunks, like set up some blocks and fill them in. But let's go to our build menu, into our blocks. Oh, we already have our, let's see. Let me go bump this up against this. Oh, did it turn it off? Oh, no, it didn't turn it off. Okay, cool. That gave me the level block I was looking for. All right. So let's go. Kind of feel like we need to go up in the air a little bit. Have we seen any stations that have sideways connectors, or have they all been down? I think I've seen sideways at the one in space. I think they had like one. But I think for the most part, all the other stations have all been down. So we need to have connectors for both. Okay. Oh, oh. So let's go. I don't think there's just the two sizes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So we're going to do the bottom. Let's grab the large conveyor. Oh, we already had them. I think we need to do that. Actually, let's do that, that, that. And that's going to be the centermost connector on the landing deck. And then for this to work right, we're going to need to do atmospheric and hydrogen. We don't have ion yet, so we can't even put ion on here if we wanted, but I think we are going to need to, let me run up here real quick. Let's see what the quest was to, they need cobalt. Okay, so, okay. Slight interrupting of the plans. We're going to take the small atmospheric and we're going to go, let's see how we're doing on energy for this ship. First of all, do I have any more? I do. Nice. And let's find out where this one's at. Oh, it's at 41%. We're good. Okay. Helps when you turn the dampeners back on. Let's just do a hard drive for the contract site. Destroy the parked fighters, the base defenses, and the hydrogen storage area. What have we got over here? It's an outpost. We'll come back to it. Yeah, I'm not thinking guns a-blazing. I'm thinking tactical grinding again. Okay, so we're gonna get over here. We're gonna sneak up on this thing. The idea of the parked fighters tells me blueprints. All right. Seems like we're getting kind of glitchy again. Man, there ain't no kinda. We're definitely getting glitchy again. If there's anybody who's watching who's played all the way through the storyline, can you tell me what you did to keep your game running smoothly? Okay. Map. Let's go into our GPSs and get rid of this one. And then a new one. Ooh. I think this is gonna be like the last one in the reality of it is the frickin' base is gonna be up on the top of this thing. Yep. But I am betting since it's over on this side that it's on the top on this side. Really can't afford to die because I just realized I do not have a survival kit here. Whoop, 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 whoop. What do we got? These rebels are not the smartest ones on the block, are they? We're gonna deploy our little drone here and see what we've got. Ooh. Oh, it definitely no, it doesn't know I'm here. Let's deal with the gun first. Little compact looking snub nose, isn't it? Hey, look. Control B. And boop. Save. Pretty sure that disables that one. Not going to get in front of them because I figure they will shoot me. I am trying to. Oops. Okay. That's what I was afraid of. I'm just going to stick it in whatever storages I can find. Okay. Again with I might need to make a cargo container because yeah, okay. I bet you I can't build here. G cargo. Uh, let's go 5 and then 9. And I found out you can do a bolt or a full dump. You hold down the Alt key and right click now to put everything into the inventory. Please tell me that these are empty. Nope, they're not. But I don't have any way to drain the system off because none of these, well, let's take a look here. Are there connectors anywhere? There are not, so I cannot collect this hydrogen. Let's see if taking them down to non-functional is enough for it to count. I bet you I've broken this quest again. Maybe they have to be fully destroyed. That hurt a lot. Okay, let's sneak back around here and get our ship. I'm pretty sure that we're about to modify the ship, whether we wanted to or not, simply because we got to be able to get enough, carry enough resources back. I mean, definitely got the parts for modifying. Oops. I didn't need that part, whatever it was. Nope, didn't need that one either. Here, I'm just gonna squeeze in right between you guys. Don't mind me. Oh, I know, folks. Don't laugh at me too hard. School speed, pardon me, coming through. Yeah, we totally looked professional while we were doing any of that. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Where is the gun on this one? I want to see if I can access its inventory. Okay, no ammo in them. That's all I was trying to find out. Do not like the glitchiness. I wish I could fix this. Wonder if there's a small cargo ship on the workshop that I could weld in. You are. Is there anything in the drill? That drill, no. That drill, no. Conveyor sorter, conveyor insert, conveyor slice, conveyor adapter end. That might be what I'm looking for. That is exactly what I am looking for. Because we have the grinder now. This will make my job easier. Do 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 do. Inventory full. Close enough for government service. Also close enough for government service. Do 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 do. We're not getting game audio? Oh, give me a moment to check on that. Give me. Let me finish up this little piece of ship here real quick. And the game just crashed. Process failure. Okay. I will let you all vote. Do we, because I know that's going to reset us back to the last save. Do we want to try again? Okay, so, no boom today. That was the game crashing. I was grinding up a capture and something in there got pissed off, but Maz was noting that the audio for the game had quit coming through. So I will put it up to you guys to respond on. Do we try to bring SE2 back up, or do you guys want me to like take a couple days over the weekend and try to straighten that part out and we bring up SE1? Like I'm good for all of the above. I mean, if we're absolutely just kind of frustrated with the game at the moment, I have other games we can play too. We have an hour and 7 minutes left on the stream for today. Possibly 2 hours and 7 minutes. So reattempt on the SE2, move over to SE1, or bring up a whole different game. As you know full well and good, there is not enough time to even remotely get Star Citizen going good. Like, I would barely get my ship out of Hawk before I would have to stop for the day. I know you, and I know you want me to come play, and I am planning to do so. I've just got to figure out where I'm fitting it in the schedule at, because that's got to be like a 5 or 6 hour stream. Oh, ow. Oh. I mean, the other idea is we call it. Why is it saying that? I just realized that the titling for the save is wrong, at least on Twitch. Yes, as I did ask, you're absolutely correct. I have a vote for SC1. Anybody else want to input before I just go ahead and go with SC1? Oh, I've got to sit down and like I'm gonna have to go clean up, check titles on videos because it looks like something's not going back and forth. All right, so we're gonna go with SC1. Uh, and tell you what, just for the purposes of the videos, I am going to very briefly drop the streams and then bring them back up because we are switching to a different game and I want them separated on the streams. So don't go anywhere. It's going to go to the it's over, it's not over. I'll be back in just a moment.